I was like, all right, I guess I'll rush, and I could not be happier.
There's no aspect of my life that hasn't been made better by DG. It's made me a better person in every single aspect of my life.
Well, we actually rode on the same bus to Gigi on midnight.
Look at us, yeah, bus buddies.
We just like really hit it off. I don't know, we're a lot alike, very similar.
Yeah, click.
Yeah.
We finish each other's sentences.
So I chose DG because I came here and I felt so much more comfortable than I had felt in previous houses.
You're in close proximity with all the girls like all the time, that it just happens. You find things in common with people that you would never realize you had in common with someone before.
The girls' individual personalities is what makes Delta Gamma so special. It's not necessarily that Delta Gamma decides your identity and makes you all the same, but the opposite way. You know, all of us and all of our uniqueness kind of forms who we are as a house.
I love the integrity that this house holds. It's just a really great group of women who know what they want to do, and they'll do that, put that before everything else.
That's kind of the overall trend of DG, is that everybody's very accepting of other people and what they want to do and
Where they want to go.
I mean, with jobs and with friends, other friends outside of DG, of, you know, hobbies, activities, opinions. I mean, it's just a wide variety, and, you know, everybody has different tastes, but everybody's accepting of other people.
Right, I mean, there are some activities that I am involved in now that I don't think I would be involved in unless I met some girls in DG, because they're like, no, just come, just do it with me. Like, this can be a one-time thing, I just want to go. And I ended up doing it with her completely, so it was cool.
I just remember distinctly that DG was, first of all, very unique. Everyone had different interests, so everyone I talked to through all the parties would tell me different things about their life, and it's just, you know, I just could see myself being here and widening my horizons in a way.
We have people in theater, we have people in sports, we have people in journalism, we've got tons of girls in Kelly, and we all help each other out in any way we can.
And that's something I love about this house so much, is there are so many girls that are in so many different things, whether it's a business club or intramural volleyball, you know what I mean? It's just like everybody has their thing, but everybody supports every other person's thing that they do. And it's just awesome.
The support from the house has been huge. I mean, I don't think we would have the motivation necessarily without the house. They're so much a part of the team, even though they're not on the team. I mean, like last year when Casey crossed the line, it's like you're immediately, the bike team is there, but then you turn around and like your sisters are in the stands crying and like, oh my God, like we just won. So it would be so different without the house.
The bike team is just such a big part of this house that it's like the greatest experience and the greatest thing to be a part of.
It's definitely one of those friendships that like
It's gonna last.
yeah,
Like, we're talking bridesmaid dresses.
we're talking like maid of honor.
Yeah.
I went to Sevilla, Spain, and I lived with a host family. Maria Luisa was my señora, and I had 4 host siblings under the age of 8.
And I went to Copenhagen, Denmark. Getting to learn about a whole another culture and getting to see their ways of life was just such a wonderful and beneficial experience. But after you spend 5 months away from a house that you've lived at for so many years, you realize what you have, and you realize that the friends you have here are really just unlike anything else, and it made me very excited to come back.
Yeah, I think it actually made it easier to go abroad being in DG, because I wasn't afraid that I was going to go and lose these connections. I knew that would be fine.
Knowing that we're going to be all over the country or all over the world, but that we can still be that close of friends and that it won't change anything.
You know, it's great to have a network of people around you who know you sometimes better than yourself, and they can help you, encourage you to do things that you never knew you could.
We can come downstairs for meals in like, I don't know, our bathrobes, and it's acceptable. Like, no one judges you for how ratchet you look when you come down to meals or when you go to work out. And I feel like we just really embrace who we are, and we don't care.
I have this disgusting tie-dye NASCAR t-shirt that I literally wear every day. Like,
It's really
at
gross.
all times. And people are just like, oh my gosh, she's in that shirt. But they like don't care. They're not like, God, she's so weird for wearing that. Just like, that's McKenna, that's who she is. And I don't know.
And I think it like helps you appreciate your own differences in a way too, because I don't know, I think being in DG has made me realize, you know, my strengths and my, I guess the good attributes to myself, and I see it in other people, and you kind of highlight it, and it makes you become more yourself and be confident in who you are as a person. You don't feel like you have to change. You can be in your NASCAR shirt, you can be, you know, haven't showered in 2 days or something, and no one judges you. So yeah, it really helps you develop as a person, I think.
And Mom Kyle, she's like, we're besties. She's our mom.
I wouldn't have like a 70-something-year-old best friend.
It's a pretty special thing to have.
Suck, yeah.
She hangs out with us a lot.
I wouldn't get to experience her outfits during a middle-of-the-night fire drill. I would have never known what
she wears to bed.
Now I do.
This is somewhere that I can 110% be myself, as like weird and crazy as I am. Like, people love me for that, and it's awesome.
It's hard to know what you're getting yourself into. It's like a week-long process. Ultimately, you're going through 7 days of talking to these girls, and it's like, how am I supposed to know what these girls are going to be like for me in 6 months from now? But I just, the girls in this house, to me, like, I've found that they are some of the most down-to-earth, incredible people I've ever met in my entire life. We're all so different, but so similar in the way that no matter what, like, I can go to any person in this house. I can walk into the seniors next door's room and tell them about a story that happened in class today, or to a girl in my pledge class. It's like, you're so close with your pledge class because, you know, you went through it all together, you got in on the same night, but at the same time, you're so close with the entire house because right away, you just have this thing that draws you together.
It's one of those things where I think freshman year, you struggle, like coming in, and I didn't know really many people coming to this school, and it's huge. I use big, and you just sort of sometimes feel like, you know, where are you going? You live in a crappy dorm, you're eating crappy dorm food, and like DG, like this year has been just so much better, and it's just
It's been like a fairy tale.
I mean, I'll never forget living in this house and living down the hall from all your best friends, and just the antics that are going on at all hours of the day. And
Everyone's spontaneousness, everyone's goofiness. The thought of losing it is very, very scary. I don't know what I'm gonna do next year.
You can count on me 'cause I can count on